There we go. All right. No. Hi, this is Rocky Hikes, and these are two new hikers I've met on my journey. And I just want them to introduce themselves, and they can give either their name or their trail name.
Alright, cool. Hello, everybody. My name is Snake Eyes.
I'm Cayenne.
Okay, and how did you get your trail name?
Cayenne, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So I especially like spicy foods, and in particular, I put cayenne pepper on most foods that I eat. So it just made sense.
Yeah.
And cayenne.
Okay. How'd you get yours?
Cool. Alright, I picked Snake Eyes like yesterday, so this is a new name. It's a new identity I'm coming up with. But I was talking to Cayenne here like a day ago about how in the woods I hate anything that blocks my ears or any of my senses. I like to be very aware of everything that's happening around me, and because of that, any small movement I catch, and I've seen so many snakes because of it. We've
Yep,
seen
absolutely.
copperheads, rattlesnakes, grass snakes, cottonmouths, just so yeah, it's the snake eyes.
Okay. So, Snake Eyes, since you are Snake Eyes,
Yeah.
if before you see a copperhead, what causes you to see them?
Before I see them, I mean sounds, if that's what you mean.
Actually, a copperhead, to me, I learned probably the beginning of last year, a copperhead emits an odor that smells like
Really?
fresh cucumbers being sliced before you actually get to them.
Damn, I gotta pay attention to the scent of snakes. Yeah.
Have you noticed copperheads by the smell before you see them? Though?
Really?
Yep. Last year, I almost stepped into a entire
Nest.
huge nest of baby copperheads, which will inject all of their venom, and it smelled like somebody had just cut the grass and cut a bunch of fresh cucumbers, and it saved my life. And people don't realize that there's certain scents and sounds. And so, like last year, I hiked with a bunch of people, and one of the funniest things that I actually seen last year is, I don't know what it is about new hikers, but I'm hiking with a bunch of new hikers last year, and a rattlesnake, which y'all know what
Yeah.
that does to me. And they all looked up into the trees. And I'm like, this ain't the Jungle Book. Like, there ain't no fucking snake. This ain't the Jungle Book. Like, you look down, But, the thing is that a lot of people don't understand, just starting to hike, they hear that noise, it echoes through the trees, and they look up, and I'm like, that's the last place you need to be looking, because we are not somewhere in another country that we need to be looking up.
Yeah. No. When we saw the rattlesnake like maybe 4 days ago, it was just like we were sitting on a rock taking a break, and I was about to go take a bath and a break or something like that, and it was just like this massive, like 3.5 foot, looked like it just ate something like a day or two ago, like lethargically moving, and I just like spotted it, and I was like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
there's its rattle, I guess that's a rattlesnake,
Yep.
that's venomous, and we just kind of like stood there in awe for like
Yeah.
10 minutes far away, took some pictures. It didn't rattle us because, we didn't startle or anything
Right.
like that, but that's the first time I ever saw a rattlesnake, like outside
Wow.
of the zoo probably or something like that.
Nice.
It was so cool.
You saw a copperhead just chilling in the middle
On
of
the road.
the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, an interstate.
Have you seen babies at all?
Yeah, we don't know what kind of babies they were. Like, Cayenne here was looking for some fish bait and looking for worms, and he flipped over a rock, and there was like 2 little baby snakes. of
Yeah.
some sort.
When we were by Reed's Gap too, there was we went on a side trail, blue trail, and we saw this small snake, probably about 1.5 feet long. It was black,
Yeah.
about a centimeter in diameter, and it had like a yellow band around its head.
Yeah. I looked it up. I forgot what those are called, but yeah.
Yeah,
Those
that
are,
was-
no, those ones aren't on the list, but we
Alright.
saw. Yeah, I did a quick like Google search of venomous. It's like cottonmouth, copperheads, rattlesnakes. Stay away from them. We haven't been touching any snakes or anything like that, just 'cause.
So, in years past, have you hiked before this year?
This is my first hike.
Okay.
I've never camped before, overnight in the woods, with the exception of one night, but that was more like more comfortable conditions, really close to a big city.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is my first.
I'm curious now.
I'm curious. So this is my first long hike.
Okay. So, with this being your first long hike, how has your experience been with other hikers? This is for both of you.
Oh, okay. So for me, I guess, so this is my first long hike, like backpacking hike, where I'm carrying a lot of stuff, which is the big difference. But I grew up camping my whole childhood. My grandparents live out in West Virginia, so I'm like accustomed to a lot of things in the woods, and that's comfortable for me. But it was a challenging first week, definitely. And I think like experiences with hikers were so positive. I think a lot of through hikers too at this point, like they've been going for 2 months, about give or take,
Or more.
68 days,
Yeah.
70 days.
3 months. Maybe.
So they have like
Yeah.
the trail legs. They've been like, you know, kind of meditating on the woods for a while. So like they're just so happy. And you know, we're like slugging up hills and we're like, oh my god, we're so hot, like we're dehydrated. And they're like bouncing down. They're like, we're foraging for mushrooms, like how's it going? Like, you know. So yeah, I feel like it's been like little shots of energy for
Okay.
us.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
now, when you meet a through hiker, the energy from them is positive. They're helpful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she said, during the first week, like we'd see, I'd get a lot of motivation from through hikers because we're just section hikers. So I really didn't think.
Well, you're not just.
Yeah.
Right,
Nothing's
but
just.
but
Yeah.
compared to like going the whole 6 months all the way to Maine.
Right, and I get that, but like every journey is different, but like to just say just means that you're diminishing what you're
Yeah, you're
doing.
right, you're right.
I don't ever want to diminish anybody's journey. A journey is a journey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, no, I agree.
And sometimes even a short journey is hard, so don't diminish
Yeah,
any
no,
journey.
And it was hard,
Yeah.
and like I never thought that we would get into like the through hiker shape, like the trail legs. So like after a week, even like maybe like 7th, 8th day, we like noticed that we were able to do like
Longer,
500 miles
yeah.
that we were doing like
Yep.
years ago like, with ease.
Nope.
Yeah, and it's really encouraging seeing like through hikers do that before you can, like, going through that transformation yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really strange for me because I'm a through hiker through and through, and I hate when anyone diminishes anyone on the trail. And I'm hoping that even though this has been a crazy year, that no through hiker ever diminished anything you've accomplished.
No, I don't think so. Honestly, I mean, we carry a lot of stuff on us too, because we wanted to do at least it seemed like from reading online, because we weren't familiar with the trail, that it was like being discouraged, stopping in trail towns and stuff like that. So we didn't really know the situation of if they'd be comfortable with that in trail
Right.
towns, which I mean, obviously now it's like getting better, but we wanted
Right.
to keep like 2 weeks of food on us. So we had a bunch of stuff. So most people thought we were through hikers.
All right.
So, you know, like, oh, you through hiking, like,
Yeah.
solo? And we're like, oh, no, we're sectioning. And they were just like, oh, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
you know, have a
Yeah.
good hike. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not been, like, diminishing. Or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Well, that's good because this year has been a lot different year than most. Like
Yeah,
I've
you
hiked
would
with,
know best,
yeah,
yeah.
like I've hiked with a lot of hikers, and this year, like just people that I never dreamt would just bash anybody for going out. It's been insane, which is sad because I remember 2 days before I got back on trail, I went to Walmart and there was over 500 people in Walmart. I haven't even met 200 people since I've been on the trail. Like, really? you know? You know? And pretty much even though we're at the same places and everything else, we're pretty social distanced. But yet, even when we're not that close together. So it's like, there's like 6 of us here, whatever. Nobody's in each other's grill, you know. But when I go to Walmart, I walk past 500 people, and that's acceptable. So I'm still trying to understand how what I do as a hiker is unacceptable when I have. Probably if I hiked till the end of the year, I wouldn't meet as many people as I did in one day at Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, from what Charlie was saying, he was saying that, like, they were trying to shut down the trails, or, like, a lot of the nature to stop, like, all the family campgrounds and, like, super easy access trailheads, because, like, you know, people are all home, so then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you have way more people than you usually do out on the trail, is what he said. He said there's, like, packed cars. So I mean, they probably just felt like they had to say, you know, no hiking anywhere in order to like have any sort of rules. But
Right.
I don't think anything that any of the thru hikers are doing is spreading anything.
No.
You know, it's just kind of
Actually, I've not met a thru hiker who has been sick.
Yeah, and if they were sick, they probably wouldn't be able to hike.
Oh my God. Like anybody that's climbed a mountain, if you,
so fast.
yeah, like you ain't making the mountaintop.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I know yesterday I did the 21.9 miles and I went uphill about 99% of the day. If I was sick, you would know I was sick when I got back here because I wouldn't have been able to breathe. Y'all are doing kind of the same type of hikes with full packs, whatever, and you're gonna know, you know.
You definitely know if you're like even feeling anything under the weather.
Mhm.
It's like you're very in tune with your body too when you're hiking. It's like it matters a lot more.
A huge amount. Like a lot of people don't understand. If I have a rough day or whatever, I'm constantly trying to refuel my body, constantly trying to get enough fat and energy and whatever into my body. And a lot of people don't understand how big of a task that is. Like y'all understand, like you could spend 12 hours at a hostel trying to refuel your body
Yeah.
when it's down. So
It's kind of fun refueling.
yeah, I know. It's kind of nice because
It's like-
the cowboy burger with the bacon, extra cheese,
You get away with a
barbecue
lot more.
sauce, and yeah. And you don't get that unless you're out here hiking, you know, and be able to be like, oh yeah, I just ate a 9,000 calorie burger, but you know, I needed it.
Yeah, but like my body needed it.
Yeah.
You can never say that.
Yeah, anywhere else, you could never say that. Like, I remember I got in the other night and I had my watch on. I pulled my watch off and it actually said I burnt 14,000 calories.
Wow.
There is no way I could have ate 14,000 calories that day. I think I ate 400 calories that day. So, like, you know, people don't understand, like, how it is. Like, I even tried to explain to my family when I got off the trail last year, and they're like, oh, you're gaining so much weight. And I'm like, well, yeah, I was burning 14,000 calories, anywhere between 8 and 14,000 calories a day. So me eating 6,000 calories a day is really not a huge thing because I had to do it to survive.
Yeah.
But right now that I'm sitting on my lazy butt watching
Yeah.
TV, it's a huge thing.
Habits, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely like probably hold over. You're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I need so much.
Absolutely. So now any hiker that's coming up to hike in the next couple of years, what kind of advice would you give them?
I'd say be prepared for the ups and the downs, but don't give up on the downs. Kind of like try to find silver linings because they're definitely there, especially within the first week, which was pretty unexpected. Because you think, you know, like, oh, I'm just, you know, it's very simple. Like, you're not really doing anything but hiking and
Right.
doing what you need to like keep your body fueled and like, you know, healthy. But like when it comes down to it, you're using so much energy to do everything. You know, packing in, packing out, like filtering
Cooking
water,
food,
cooking
yeah.
food,
You have
like,
so many chores that people don't get.
You're constantly busy, so yeah, just like prepare for that level of intensity. Don't get discouraged by it because it definitely gets better. That's,
Okay.
my
Perfect.
advice.
I'd say light packing is probably one of the most important things because if I've heard any mistakes of people critiquing other travelers most, it's the amount of weight that you hold, and that was, I think, the first mistake we noticed was that how much we overestimated how much we'd hike in a day. Because the first
Yeah.
day we were like, okay, let's go out there, let's do 50 miles a day average, and then we
Yeah,
get out there,
yeah,
and
we did the six.
we did 6 miles the first day.
Yeah.
And yeah, 'cause we had like 40, 45 pound packs.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, we're like healthy young people.
Yeah.
Like let's just go out there and we do like walk a lot, like, you know, without packs, not in the mountains, you know, like 50 miles a day is so easy. And then
Yeah.
you get out there, you got like a 40-pound pack on, you're just like, how many miles is it? Like 4? Like
Yeah. and- Oh, I got 11
You're,
left.
like, following, so-
Yeah.
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 Packing light
We've lost
Yep.
weight definitely.
and probably like stopping in towns.
Yeah.
And not packing too light.
Not packing too light, but
Because there's a lot of ultralighters that get out there and they're like, hey, you got food, hey, you got blankets, hey, you got this. If you're that light,
Yeah.
stay off the trail because a lot of us are done with the ultralight and we're not going to keep supporting that.
The ultralights.
Yeah.
that's
Oh, my pack is 10 pounds, but I have no food and water and I have no blankets. So can I jump in your tent tonight? No.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, definitely not that,
But
if I were
it's
to-
finding the
it's
balance.
medium. Like, if I
It's a
were-
balance.
Yeah. If I were to come out again, I would definitely plan the pack just a bit differently.
Yeah, like
Even
my
stuff like having two
yeah.
flashlights that
Yeah.
you don't need.
Yeah, no, I
It's
don't.
like-
I have a headlamp,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
headlamp, no flashlights. My pack, usually with 4 to 5 days of
Yeah.
food and water, is about 24 pounds.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
In the summer, when it gets really hot, I'll be down to about 17.
Yeah, I think the big thing for us too was the whole, because there was a lot that the ATC was putting out about like don't be on the trail. So like as soon as Jefferson and George Washington opened up, we were like, let's do this. We didn't feel comfortable because we didn't know the trail culture was stopping in towns and stuff. You know, where you're gonna walk into town and people just like glare at you. Like
Yeah,
we didn't really know.
yeah.
So we packed a ton of food,
Yeah.
which was so heavy, like two.
Oh, I know I
weeks
dropped
of
5 pounds of
Yeah.
food in the box in here
yeah,
today,
yeah.
in the last couple of days. So I get it.
The 5 pounds, like 5 pounds off, you feel like you're flying.
Yeah.
So much of a difference.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep. So, anything else you want to say to the viewers?
I'd say that I found a lot more inspiration on the AT than I thought I would coming into it. And I was reluctant to come because a lot of the COVID situation and how uncertain circumstances were. But I'm very glad that I did.
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't understand that the true AT hikers support each other so much. And it doesn't matter whether they're through hikers, day hikers, or whatever, we're always going to support each other and take care of each other, you know? And this year it kind of crumbled a little bit at the beginning with people with social media, but y'all know what social media does to a lot of things. It just kind of ruins a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, have you met a hiker that wouldn't give you the shirt off their back?
No, yeah, not really.
You know? And that's the thing, is that we all have to remember it's not about the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
It's about the true hiker that's actually out here doing it. And it's sad because there's so many people that are purists behind the screen and they're like, oh, I would never do, and I wouldn't do this, and how dare you do this. But they've never left their keyboard, so how do they know what they would and wouldn't do?
I think there's also like a big difference of how hikers treat each other. Like when we see people coming up, we definitely step way off the trail, make sure they're comfortable.
Yep.
You know, like
Respect.
it's just respectfully don't camp too close to people. Like there's not like a lot of like brushing up next
Yep.
to each other. Like
Yep.
you definitely, because people are concerned about
Yeah.
it. You know, some
It's
people
called
are
respect.
older, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Like so we get way off the trail and we say go ahead.
Yeah.
You know?
I constantly, whether I'm going up or down on any trail, step 6 feet
yeah, just-
in because I don't care if they're day hikers, workers to
Yeah.
repair the trail or whatever. It's just offering that respect,
Yeah.
you know, because it is a different environment. And even last year, we didn't even have this, and I still always gave
So,
6
take
feet.
a step off.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what is it going to cost me to step off 6 feet? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Like, in an overall hike, 2,200 miles, like, it's not going to cost me anything, you know?
Yep, definitely.
You know, so step off, give respect, let the people through,
Yeah.
you know? When you go to towns
Yeah.
and they ask you to wear masks, put your mask
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, you definitely can control your impacts a lot more. I mean, germs aren't like that mysterious, you know.
Right.
They come out of your mouth or on your hands or on things you touch. So, like, if you're, minimal impact, like trying to backpack on the trail, disperse camp if that makes you feel
Yep.
comfortable. Like,
Absolutely.
stay away from other people if you're going to town. Like hand sanitizer, mask on, pick up your package, get out of there.
Yeah, if you saw my pack, I have
You know.
2 huge sanitizers.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of stuff to put over my face, but it's just a respect for the towns I'm going to.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with how I feel.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I don't think I need it because I'm not hiking these kind of miles if I think I need it. But
just a
I
precaution,
respect the
you know?
town that I'm going to.
Yeah.
And most hikers do,
I think so too. Yeah.
you know, and so they're going to offer the respect. So, anything else you got to add?
Maybe like one thing if people needed encouragement to come out here is what I was like super surprised by was the amount of like culture there is on the trail, like which took me aback because you know I knew there was like a hiking trail, but I thought it was like just that, like a hiking trail where you know there's like campsites and stuff, but there's a total culture around it and it's cool. Like trail names, you know, like I didn't know about that. I have no identity now. I feel pretty good about it. Like,
Yeah.
just like hostels, people. Yeah, it's a cool culture to experience for sure.
Yep, absolutely. It's what keeps me coming back every year to different trails, you know?
Yeah.
So, is there anything you'd like to add? Okay. All right. Well, with this, I'm going to end this and I'm going to say this is Rocky Hikes and bless your journey and hike on.